how to find the eye corner that needs to be fixed is what we must focus on. Let's look at this problem. Right now, black has 3 eyes, and there are 2 eye corners that need to be fixed. By observing carefully, we can see that this eye corner is only related to this real eye. However, this eye corner is related to 2 of black's real eyes. Therefore, we can quickly come to the conclusion that this eye corner is the vital point to make life. Once black plays a move right here, these 2 eyes have become real eyes, white. Even if it destroys this eye, black is still alive. Alright, the 2 life and death problems we just discussed both assume that black already has eyes and only needs to focus on fixing the eye corners to make life. Next up, we are going to discuss how black can make life when its eyes haven't been fully formed yet. Now, as we can see for black, there is only one real eye in the corner. So how can it make another real eye on the outside? This should be relatively easy to understand. It is to play this descent move. As long as black descends right here, it guarantees that this becomes a real eye. For example, let's set up another problem in the center, one that is slightly more difficult. Problems like this, where you already have one real eye and need to create another eye space. We need to follow a specific logic, which is to first check if it has an eye, or what some people might call an eye space. Both of these terms are perfectly acceptable to use. Eye or eye space both refer to this specific position. Now, if there are already 2 eyes formed, we must check its eye corners to see if the occupied points meet the requirements for making life. However, if the eye space is not yet fully formed, we need to find a way to make an eye. For example, in this middle problem, how should black make an eye? We can place this stone at this position. It is actually the same. Here, I want to share the logic of making an eye. The correct move is to play at this position to make an eye. As we mentioned, this is a 2-space eye space, so it is also a real eye. Next, if white plays right here, trying to destroy this eye, well, this is actually a tiger's mouth, so we can capture the stone, and black will still be alive. Please pay attention here. A common mistake is trying to make an eye at this position. Notice that although an eye is made, we fail to protect the eye corner. Now, once white occupies this eye corner, this eye becomes a false eye, and therefore black is dead. Alright, using the same shape, I can set up a similar pattern in the corner. Let's look at black. It has one real eye here. To make life, it must make another real eye in the corner. Similarly, black should play at this position. We can call this move a descent or a block, though the term block is more accurate here because there is a white stone right here. So once black blocks at this position, the corner becomes a complete eye space, forming a real eye. But if black plays here to make an eye instead, please notice that this eye corner is exposed, and it will be occupied by white. As a result, black is dead. Therefore, when black is making an eye space or making an eye, there is an important principle, which is that we must not only protect the eye, but also protect the eye corner. By doing both of these things, we can successfully create a real eye space. Alright, in this lesson, we mainly discussed how, when you already have eyes, you should choose to protect the eye corners. Another point is that when you don't have a complete eye space, meaning you don't have two eyes yet, when making the second real eye, we must learn to protect both the eye as well as the eye corner. Alright, that concludes our lesson for today.